Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and I wanted to come to you guys today and talk about the problem with MMOs these days. I went ahead and put up a poll on Google+. Does anyone actually use that? Apparently people do, because 750 people voted in less than a day about the various reasons that they think that MMOs are turning into liquid shit, and we're going to go down through them from the lowest to the highest percentages. With 4%, we have developers don't follow through with promises. Remember that father that would promise to take you to Disney World, but then he started drinking, turned into a dick, and left you and your mother alone with a foreclosed home? That's basically what game developers are becoming. Developers either have lofty goals and publicize them without the ability or intent to even follow through with their ideas. I'm looking at you, Age of Conan and Warhammer, Age of Reckoning. Or they try and completely remove themselves from any responsibility at all, giving as little information as possible to potential customers until their game actually launches. Newsflash, that's not how an artistic creation, which is essentially what a game is, should be produced. Oh, yeah, sure, we'll ask them some questions. How about, how will the crafting system work? Oh, it's gonna be fun and innovative. How will PvP work? We're developing a PvP system that no one has ever seen before. When will the game be released? We're working hard at releasing the game as soon as possible. None of these responders answered a goddamn thing. When did we allow game developers a free pass to essentially not answer our questions and then later claim that they couldn't renege on anything that they said because they didn't actually say anything? Coming in second place with 8%, the community is negative and toxic. Now, I'll agree with at least part of this. In any MMO community, you have people telling you anything from "you're a scrub" to "I hope you get cancer" to "I will rape your children, girlfriend, wife, dog, waifu body pillow," whatever the hell kids are saying these days. There's also a section of elitist gamers that don't have the time or the patience to deal with anyone with less skill than they have, and there's another section of immature gamers that simply can't manage to think a coherent thought without someone getting cancer raped. But I will say there is a section of people that genuinely want to help and be part of the social aspect of an MMO. I saw this most recently in ArcAge, where people would constantly put down what they were doing to help a trading run, a fishing expedition, or would straight out loan materials or money to guildmates that needed it. Now do notice that I said guildmates, not random Buck the Child Skinner wearing a hot Asian girl's skin in a digital game. To get the most out of these games, it's always important to find a guild, group, gang, posse, or whatever everyone's calling it these days, so that you can work with people you can trust and actually develop a relationship with and that have similar play styles as you have. Now with number 3, we're looking at developers don't listen to customers with 17% of the overall votes. Tying in with developers not keeping their promises, and developers being straight up told what the community would think would be cool, only to fucking not do it. How does this even seem like a good idea? What public relations guy is sitting there like, man, the entire internet is telling us to add a sprint button. You know what would be cool? Adding randomly generated crafting results that have nothing to do with the original materials. It blows my mind that developers have beta tests, get told what the crowd thinks is fun and what isn't, and often has the audacity to straight up say, "We won't be moving in that direction at this time." Oh, you won't be moving in that direction, will you? Well, how about moving in a downward direction, like every other MMO that's been trying to dick punch lunch money out of the community lately? Now coming in second to highest place, we have greed has overwhelmed originality with 20% of the vote. Holy Jesus, who would have thought? MMOs have found that they can make money hand over fist by making everything pay for blank. Pay for more character slots, pay for more bag space, pay for item schematics, pay for upgrades to the item schematics, pay for clothing, pay for experience, pay for a little mutant poodle that follows you around, pay for more bank space, pay for the expansions, pay for early access to the expansions, pay to fucking beta test! Do you know what was cool when I was playing EverQuest 16 years ago? I got to beta test the game for free, and when the game came out, I had access to every single thing the game had to offer. All I paid for was the original purchase price and a monthly fee. So back to the original statement. How does greed overwhelm originality? Well, if a game can make a metric ton of money by adding a new winter scale mail bikini, why would they want to worry about making a new game mechanic, or adding a new zone, or adding a new class that we haven't seen done 10 billion times before? Instead, let's just make a kite that flies 5% faster than all the other kites and has neon balls on it. People love neon balls. And in first place, at 51% of the overall vote, there's a total lack of creativity. Well, this stuff is tying in together quite nicely. So let's put it all together. Even now, every game that comes out features the same things. Classes, some of which will do magic damage, some of which will do melee damage, some of which will do range damage, some which will heal, some which will buff. Quests, which will serve as basically 50 levels of tutorial as you slog from one hub to the next, completing carbon copy tasks. Oh, except at level 1, you'll be slaying little bunnies, and at level 50, you'll be slaying the pissed-off, childless bunny lord. PvP, which will feel more like a grind, since you'll be PvPing to get some random extra levels, ranks, or whatever the hell, so your agility can go up an extra 2%, even though you're not exactly sure what the agility stat does, because the game developers won't tell you. And crafting, which will involve you traveling to some place that you don't want to be in, to sit at a table that you don't want to sit at, so that you can craft things that neither you nor anyone else fucking wants, in the hopes that one day, somehow, you can grind enough rare materials to craft something that someone might use. Or, you could critically fail and lose all of your materials and time, because that's the definition of fun. Now, let's take a look at what some of the commenters in the thread said to this. Andrew Walton said, "That problem is that it's not WoW. LOL. Digital Apex said, all of the above."
Don't sell out, Digital Apex. All of the above is a sellout answer.
Red Neon Aesthetic says, "What do you get when you combine lack of creativity and greed? Elder Scrolls Online. That's what." Well played. McJackson Flopper said, "Yeah, sadly, most MMOs these days are garbage. We still have Path of Exile, though. That game is a gem. Unbelievable for a free-to-play." Noswar Ballis said, "It's a developing and evolving genre that by design can't make much profit unless making exponential sale." Red Neon Aesthetic is back, and he says, "Come to think of it, a good MMO is PlanetSide. Tribes is pretty fun too. I played both of those, and you know what? They're actually not bad. Not really MMOs so much in the classic sense, but fun to kill the shit out of other people." Alexander Martinez said, "I'd have to say all the above."
Don't sell out.
Oh, but there's more. But if I had to pick one, I'd say developers don't listen to consumers. The relationship between developers and consumers is key to a healthy and breathing game. Look how well old school RuneScape has done. When they brought back up the 2007 servers, they had a small team to maintain and update the game. The number one message they got across to the players was that they are listening. Our ideas and concerns are being considered and polled. The 2007 game lives on, healthy and happy. Alexander Lacard,
Titan King.
"Stop comparing ESO Beta with Now Game. Totally different animal. Very close to Skyrim with I feel like I should be reading this differently. Let's try this again. "Stop comparing ESO Beta with Now Game. Totally different animal. Very close to Skyrim, with Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, and others making 1 million players daily. Path of Exile is awesome as well. Diablo clone also doing very well." Thank you, Alexander Lacard. Blabada123 says religion. I'm not really sure what that... Okay, I think we may have gotten off topic. Decoy says Jews. Alright. I'm not really thinking we're supposed to be blaming bad game development on the Jews. Gamer Player BRGJP says EXDLKXLLR ... Well said. I couldn't have said it any better myself. Brandon Samuels said, "Where the fuck is the all of the above option?" And Amy Meshram says, "Lack of strong servers, problem with login." Okay, so some of what I said was in anger and some of it was in jest, but at the end of the day, all I'm trying to do is make a video that hopes that one day a brave MMO developer can rise up, listen to the people, do something innovative, and for the love of MMO Jesus, maybe actually keep us in the fucking loop involving game development and expectations. Until then, guys, stay foxy and much love.